Okay, hi guys, it's Mike again. Going to show you a couple of techniques here in the bathroom about if you have frozen pipes, what are you going to do? How are you going to thaw those out and try to get things moving again? One thing I didn't mention in the freeze protection video was another thing you could do is leave your bathroom vanity doors open. What that'll do is that'll actually allow some heat to get to the pipes right there, right under your sinks. And so that's another thing that you can do to try to prevent. So now let's talk about, oh boy, now I've got a frozen system. You know, I'm turning my knobs, nothing's coming out, I'm frozen up. Well, if you turn your knob and nothing comes out, sure enough, it's frozen. So now we got to thaw it out. We got to figure out how to thaw it out. A couple of different ways we can do that. Number one, we can just wait for the weather to warm up. You know, usually it doesn't stay cold for too long here in Texas. Wait a few days and just don't use that particular sink for a while. Another thing that you can do though, there are some things that you can do. You can open up that cabinet like I was just showing you and just use a little space heater like that. Just put it pointing into the cabinet and so it's going to heat those pipes. And what that's going to do is that those pipes are just going to heat up right here, but that heat's going to go back into the pipes and that's going to help it out. So that's one method you can do. If you don't have a space heater like that, a lot of people maybe have like a Mr. Buddy heater. I'll show you that guy right there. That's a camp stove heater, but they're safe indoors. You want to make sure there's some ventilation, you know, going, but they're safe to use indoors, and you can fire those up, and they do put out a lot of heat. They burn through those Coleman little 1 pound propane bottles pretty quick, but they put out a lot of heat, so that's another thing you could use. Probably safer to go with something that's made for indoor use only, like the electric heater. But if all you have is a camp stove, you can totally use that too. The other thing you want to think about is the wall. Like, can you heat both sides of the wall? You can put this heater on this side, and then if you know it's on the back side, if you have access to that side, put a heater on that side as well, because that heat's going to eventually penetrate that wall and heat that space in between, which is then going to thaw that pipe. So think about coming at it from multiple directions and putting heat on it. And it doesn't have to be a crazy amount of heat, because that heat's going to eventually get through there and heat it up. So a couple different techniques you can do. You can also use a hair dryer and put it right on the pipes. It just, you know, kind of gets old to sit there and put a hair dryer right on a pipe for a long time. But you can use that. Just anything that you're going to use, though, just word of caution, safety. Make sure that it's not combustible. You don't want to use like open flame torches, you know, and stuff like that. And you want to make sure you don't have anything that could burn under there. Even with the space heater in front of it, you wouldn't want to have papers or you know, hair products or anything like that that could be combustible under there when you put the space heater. So just be careful of that. Make sure everything's empty, and be safe. So, okay, if you got other ideas, share in the comments, and we'll keep learning together. Thanks, everybody. Bye.